All right, everybody, welcome today. We are going to be going over charcoal and just some information. This is part of our assignment number 2 for Drawing 1 class. But there's different types of materials you can use. So for example, if you do want to sharpen, you can use an X-Acto knife. We are going to work with charcoal. Sometimes charcoal is very soft, and so if you put it through electronic sharpener, it will not always sharpen. It may even get stuck within the sharpener. Of course, the hand sharpener. Some of you guys may have gotten this in an art kit. Basically, you just press it against, this is sandpaper, and it just sharpens it for you. Okay, so a couple different tools you can use to sharpen your charcoal. When you work with erasing, so as I mentioned before, we have our pink pearl eraser. The eraser's inside this pencil. We also have the typical compressed white erasers that we'll be using. If they do get dirty, say for example, used them with a different type of medium, just go ahead and if you do have carpet at home, you can always scrub it on the carpet or say some sort of material just to clean it off. Or again, as I mentioned before, you can use an X-Acto knife and actually shave off a portion of it. Then we have our wonderful kneaded eraser. Remember, this one is a different color that I have. It's yellow. It is getting very dirty from the graphite, but this is how typically they look. Also, another wonderful attribute to erasing, we have these simple erasers that we've known we've had for years as children. These work really, really well. They get really good sharp lines removed off because it's a little bit more compressed, and we have control because it is on the pencil case. Okay, let's go ahead and start. So you want to work from life when you are shading, if at all possible. If for some reason you can't, because I know we're all sharing the household right now and we're using our home as our studio space, then please take a photograph and then take your time from there. So there's different types of charcoals. Some of you guys may have gotten some that will say hard and soft. So this one just is medium and soft. There's a hard one as well. Hard is basically like an H pencils we talked about with graphite. So that's going to be more compressed. It'll be a little bit sharper in its tones. And if you go with medium, it's in between. Soft is going to be like that rich 6B. So you're going to have more butter quality to it. It's going to be very dark and velvety, and you'll have to sharpen it more often if you want a strong line. There's also the other kinds that actually have the numbers on them. So there are some that will actually say 6B on them. These are both 6B. There's 4Bs, 2Bs, and so forth. All right, and different kinds. If you did get a white one will be doing with our toned paper, so you don't want to put any white on paper. The reason for this is because when you add white onto the paper, it just doesn't tend to show up since it's white on white. So we're just going to use our black charcoal. Now, if somebody did not purchase their black charcoal, that's okay. Go ahead and use your pastel chalk, whatever you have. Again, we're using our resources. I don't want anyone to have to purchase anything else. If you have sticks, so say you're working with an actual stick and you have charcoal, that's fine too. It does not have to be a pencil casing. All right, as I begin, I'm going to go ahead and start with an actual B. This is a B one. And I'm going to start making small lines. Now, I made the video kind of close up so you guys can see a little bit more closer view. I'll have a full shot of this in a PowerPoint as well to show you guys. But I'm just taking my time, again, how I hold my pencil in the center. I'm using a shield because charcoal is a very messy medium. So this shield is a tracing paper. You could also use any sort of scratch paper just so it protects the hand from gliding over and smearing the art piece. Now what's fun is we can blend in this piece, and I know we haven't blended yet before, so I'm extremely excited for us to do that. Blending makes items look very realistic. Okay, and I'm being conscious of the shadows. Now, depending on your light source of how you lit your particular chair or your bar stool, you will have different light values. And I'm just pulling down the medium. So this is the actual leg from the bar stool right now. I just want to be consistent in my flow, so I'm doing hatching lines as of now. I can do some cross hatching too. Now, you don't have to blend. If you're not interested in blending, you do not need to do that. You can keep it rough. Now, if anyone does have workable fixative or final fixative at home. You can spray this once you're completely satisfied with the piece, but again, I recommend first take a picture of it and then submit it for your grade, and once you're happy with your grade, then go ahead and seal it with fixative. Again, this is a very relaxing process. Charcoal is really fun because look how dark I'm getting. This is an actual HB, and again, it's charcoal. So charcoal glides a little bit different, or actually a lot different than graphite. Remember, when you are drawing your composition, it's only one object you need to work with. We're working with large scale this time, which is nice. If you do want to add multiple chairs or stools, you're welcome to. Also think about the placement. Maybe you want to put one on the ground or one facing on top of one another, or just a weird pattern that's a little bit unexpected. Or keep it simple. In this case, I just had this standing from the ground and I just looked down at it to get my perspective. Okay, so I'm continuing to build value, and I'm going to stop this video and continue more and then show you the progress.